Welcome to Sports Talk, your weekly source for Hazleton Area High School football. And it's brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network. I'm your host, Marty Burns, joined as always by head coach of Hazleton Area High School football, Mike Brennan. We look back at a tough road loss at Berwick, a look ahead to homecoming weekend, and a visit from the Scranton Knights, and a very special guest from the Cougar football team. That's all this week on Sports Talk.
Sports Talk is presented in cooperation with Lehigh Valley Health Network, Hazleton.
Life is full of partners. Your health deserves a partner too.
Barber Ford has the largest selection of Ford commercial vehicles in Northeast PA with over 50 Super Duties in stock. Plus, Barber Ford is the only Ford commercial vehicle center in the area participating with the state's cooperative purchasing program, CoStars. Barber Ford, where the pros go for trucks.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice,
everyday low prices,
plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
Krugel's Georgetown Deli has been voted Northeastern Pennsylvania's best craft beer selection several years running.
Krugel's is your craft beer headquarters, and gift baskets are available for all occasions.
Krugel's is home of the Crowler. Fill your Crowler up in their tap system and keep your favorite beer fresh longer. Krugel's Georgetown Deli, Wilkes-Barre Township, right next to the Big Cow.
Stop in and play Keno or other Pennsylvania lottery games.
Check them out on the web at georgetowndeli.com.
Sacco Chiropractic, East Broad Street in Hazleton, has the health care you've been waiting for. Whether it's a chronic issue or something new, Sacco Chiropractic has the most up-to-date techniques and therapies to help with any ailment. From his days of playing football with the Cougars and then in college, Dr. Scott Sacco has an elite understanding of sports injuries and how to correct them. Whether you are an athlete, a weekend warrior, or a grandmother, we can help with multiple issues. Call today to see why relief is super, man. 570-497-4150.
Your exciting new TV experience is here. Smarter, faster, easier to use. With live TV, recordings, video on demand, and streaming apps, all in a single place. When you're looking for something new, recommendations are tailored to you. Voice-powered, personalized results to find what you want faster. And the unlimited potential of smart home. The new experience from TiVo is here.
Stop in at Two Italian Guys Pizzeria for the best pizza in town, serving a large variety of pizza, stromboli, and so much more. Open till 3 a.m. Take out or eat in, delivery available. Call 570-459-2783.
Welcome back to Sports Talk here on WYLN, your weekly source for Hazleton Area High School football. And it is brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network. I'm your host, Marty Burns. Joined as always by the head football coach at Hazleton Area High School, Mike Brennan. And Coach, coming off a tough loss at Crispin Field against a very good Berwick team. And I think going in, we knew they were going to be very good defensively. So obviously your offense struggled in Friday night's game. But I thought when you look at positives, and people may think I'm crazy, which wouldn't be the first time, but I really thought your defense played well. And despite the fact of going down quick 20-0, with 2 of the scoring drives starting inside your own 20 defensively, I don't care what level you're talking about, it's very tough defensively to keep that team out of the end zone.
Yes, absolutely. And we put ourselves in a hole quickly. They're a very good football team. And statistically speaking, we look at we were inept offensively. We couldn't do much at all. Berwick averaged their first 6 football games 23 yards per game on the ground, 23, and they did the same thing to us. We had a lot of young kids playing their first game, 5 starters as a matter of fact, some of them, two guys in their first game. and we were clearly outmatched by a much better football team. They have some men on the defensive side of the football, no doubt about it. They're very aggressive. They're very physical. They knew we would struggle to throw the football, and they pinned their ears back and came after us and really gave us problems all night long.
And some of the other positives, though, even though it says freshman, Matthew Casadas continues to improve. I thought he had a decent game Friday night. And we finally got a chance to see Matt Bookman, a freshman that, because of injury, hadn't played to this point, got a chance to play, stepped right in there. And I thought, with it being his first game, he didn't seem like he was overwhelmed with the atmosphere.
No doubt about it. I mean, really impressive is he had 7 weeks of inactivity for a freshman in high school who played less than 10 snaps in the scrimmage up at Stroudsburg. So you're looking at a kid that's a young kid who had 7 weeks of inactivity, came into his first varsity football game in a hostile environment against a very good football team, and had an interception, had a big hit, ran the ball effectively. He's a football player. We knew that going in. We put a lot of stock in him in the offseason to help us. It did hurt us, and I did say that throughout the course of the first half of the year. It hurt us not having him, and he did an outstanding job, and we know he'll continue to get better. Matthew Casadas has been steadily progressing week in, week out for us, and both of those young guys, among other guys on our team, have a really bright future.
Okay, let's get a look at some of the highlights from Friday night, and we'll start with the defense and a combo play by James Bugga and Dante Mattarella.
Yeah, talk about coming on. These two guys, James Bugga has been extremely physical and played very well on both sides of the ball. Dante Mattarella has come out of nowhere to be an outstanding football player for us, and only a junior.
Here's a return by Matthew Casadas.
Yeah, he's when he gets stronger, he needs to get bigger and stronger. He needs to put time in the weight room in the off season. And when he does that and gains that strength and maturity and confidence, he's going to obviously make a lot of big plays for us.
And here we see a reverse with Matthew Casadas.
Yeah, toss to Lance Johnson, reverse to Matthew. There's a guy who seemed to have a step and is probably the fastest guy in our team, and they were able to close on him and shut him down very quickly.
Young man who had a big night with Seth Hunsinger.
Yeah, Seth really did a nice job. He seems to be getting better and better every week. Plays with energy, plays with passion, plays with toughness. His pad level's low and does a nice tackle for loss.
And here's another play by Seth.
There he goes again. Seth's there penetrating. James Bugga's there as well. Nice job for a short gain.
And we talked about this young man, Matt Bookman, with an interception.
Yeah, right there, caught the football, had a chance to run with it afterwards a little bit, and nice to see him have an opportunity to have an interception in his first varsity football game.
And now we're going to go back to the defense again, and another nice play by Seth Hunsinger.
Yeah, drop back here, he's flush from the pocket, gets up in the pocket, and great job by Seth putting pressure, and getting him on the ground for a sack.
And we talked about him on the very first play. Here we get to see Dante Mattarella.
Yeah, Dante's just got to look. He tackles low. His head's always up. He's crafty. He gets to the spot, but he tackles low. He brings his feet, and he puts the ball carriers in the ground on a consistent basis.
And a pass tip by Matt Fisher.
And good pressure by Matt off the edge, a blitz off the edge, and Bryce Reed's there as well, hustling. But nice job by Matt, knocking the ball down.
Bulldogs here are going for two, and it's no good on this interception by Casadas.
Yeah, that's against Tegan Wilk, and you're going against a good football player. When he breaks, the fact that Matthew was able to jump underneath it, he'll be able to jump underneath a lot of those routes in the future.
And here's another return by Casadas.
Yeah, yep. Again, the more experience he gets with the ball in his hand, the better he's going to be, and the more explosive he's going to be. We haven't been able to get him in the clear yet, but I have a feeling that here in the back stretch of the season, he'll be able to get in the clear and make some plays for us, some big plays for us.
Here's some defense from Max Barrett and Richie Santos.
Yeah, great job by Max and Richie there. Max has really gotten better and better for a young guy. We didn't know what we had in him this year, and Richie's a senior, and one of our natural leaders, did a nice job as well.
Bookman with a solid tackle.
Great job. That's a very good tackle. It's physical. He came up. His head was up. A very sound tackle, and he's a physical football player.
Here we get a tackle from Ryan Matthews and Barrett.
Yeah, definitely. Mercedes penetrates, puts a little pressure. Ryan Matthews, just a freshman also as well, and Max Barrett, just a junior. Exciting to see them as they continue to improve.
And here Ryan Matthews comes up with a fumble recovery.
Yep, good job by Ryan again, being Johnny in the spot. Nice penetration by Max Barrett to make sure there was separation from the football and the ball carrier.
And here, a good play on special teams, starting with the punt from Russo, and then Price comes down with a big tackle.
Yeah, Luke's a bright young man. Does a good job here. He's getting better and better. Christian Price has done that a few times on the course of the year. You know, Christian's just a sophomore. His best days are clearly ahead of him. He's a hard worker. He's a bright kid, and you're going to see a lot of good out of Christian Price.
And what that set up was this fumble recovery by Bugda.
Yeah, you know, it gave us a short field, you know, a little penetration there, and nice to be able to, you know, get there and get the turnover, get the takeaway here, and get in the end zone.
And that led to Kevin Molesky with the touchdown.
Yeah, good paddling by James Bugda getting off the football right there and giving us a crease. And, you know, it was good to see Kevin Molesky get in the end zone and get some points on the board because it was a long night for us.
Here's a tackle by Julio Gonzalez.
Yeah, Julio, senior, good kid, you know, has worked hard in our program the last few years, really learned the game of football over the course of the last 3 seasons. Nice to see him make a good play right there.
And here team defense leads to a fumble.
Yep, I got some guys chasing again. You see Raymond Abreu's there, number 54. Can't see what it looks like. It might have been James Bugda, 53, or 63, Daffy Mercedes. Lewis Daffy, 63. Great job by those guys getting there and making a good play.
And a nice run here by Matt Bookman.
Yeah, nice block. Seth's blocking there, and you got a little crease there. And, you know, he did that with very little work. So we're hoping with another week's work this week, we can have him help in our running game a little bit and our pass game a little bit.
And here Ryan Matthews with a nice run.
Ryan Matthews is an outstanding natural runner. So we have 2 freshmen there that have a natural instinct for carrying the football. And they're only going to get better. They're only going to get bigger and stronger. They're only going to get more experience. So it's good to see those 2 young tailback type guys. And Ryan's a little bit more of a fullback type guy as well. Get some quality reps this year so they can continue to make plays for us.
Now we're winding down the season. You're battling for one of those 4 spots in the 6A sub-regional. You got some help Friday night, but ultimately heading into homecoming weekend, I'm sure the message is take care of our business first.
That's all. You know, that's where we are right now. You know, our battle cry is our schedule's been very, very difficult. And, you know, hopefully that continues to pay off. That will start to pay off for us. It doesn't get any easier this week with a 5-2 Scranton team with some very good athletes coming to town, but we're trying to continue to improve. We feel like if we are able to make a little run here, a little flurry in the end, in the backstretch, especially with a win over a Scranton team in our sub-region, we're deserving of playing a Week 11 football game. We don't call it a playoff game, really, we call it Week 11. So we think we're still in the hunt to finish here strong, but we certainly have some work to do this week.
And the Cougars, as Coach mentioned, the schedule gets a little bit better. 2 out of the last 3 will be at home starting Friday night, homecoming weekend against Scranton. We'll talk about that at the end of tonight's show. But coming up next, we bring on a senior, Bryce Reed, as our guest this week on Sports Talk. We'll be back right after this.
Life is full of partners. Your health deserves a partner too.
Have an electrical problem? Call the Wire Guys. Need lights installed? Call the Wire Guys. Anything and everything electrical, big or small. Our rigorously trained licensed electricians are fully screened, always on time, work neat, clean, and thorough. The Wire Guys. We're here 24/7, 365. All of our work is guaranteed 100%. When you need electrical work, you need
Wire Guys. Hey guys, Ray Merrill from Blaze Alexander's of Greater Hazleton. You know, individuals win trophies, teams win championships. We have an awesome sales team here, but let me introduce you to the other part.
It's not just getting a great deal before the sale. It's about taking care of you after the sale. We take care of your service needs, and we'll get your parts.
So whether you pay cash or finance, good credit or bad, we've got you covered, even if you fumbled. So come by and see the award-winning team at Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton, and find out why we take the deals the other guys won't.
The Falvella Law Firm, located at 641 Route 93 in Sugarloaf, offers help with car and truck accidents, wills, powers of attorney, and estates. With a small team of attorneys, they work directly with each and every client, serving all of northeastern Pennsylvania. They are proud to offer legal services that make a real difference to you. Call them at 570-788-4191.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. but I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
Talk to State Farm agent Pete Kazalika today.
Thanks, Mom. Love you. Don't be late for the bus. As a mom, I always have to make good choices. And one of those choices is where to go on vacation. I always thought the Pocono Mountains were just cabins and bears. But the Poconos are all family fun. Amazing waterfalls, trails, and train rides. World-class water parks, even spas, premium shopping, and a casino. So make the right choice, the Pocono Mountains, for your next vacation.
Ralph M. Cameron, specializing in quality and affordable construction services for residential, commercial, and industrial, licensed and insured. Call 570-401-0654 today for all your construction needs.
Welcome back to Sports Talk, brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network. I'm your host, Marty Burns. In the middle, head football coach at Hazleton area, Mike Brennan. And to our far right, we got senior Bryce Reed. And Bryce, thanks for joining us this week.
Thank you for having me.
Coach, got one of your seniors here in Bryce Reed. We've seen him for a long time in this Cougar program. Just talk about what he brings and getting set for his final 3 games.
First of all, he loves the weight room. He's very experienced. He's extremely bright, and he's explosive off the edge. Very quick. He's versatile enough to play a few different spots. You can put him on the edge. He's played linebacker for us before, but I think he's settled in with his defensive end spot very nicely. Him and Max make really 2 good athletic bookends for us. And I think especially a night like Friday night with Scranton, when they have an athletic quarterback who can really run, having that speed on the edge is gonna help us.
Now, Bryce, Coach brought it up. A lot of fans may remember you the last couple of years playing linebacker. Now you've moved to defensive end on the defensive line. Talk about the differences of those 2 positions.
I think it's a lot more reading when it comes to linebacker. You have to read what play is going on, see what's going on. For defensive end, I have one job and one responsibility, and it's just to keep the outside contained, and I feel like I do that pretty well.
And Coach mentioned that when you face an athletic quarterback, you've done it with Williamsport, you've done it with the 2 at Wilkes-Barre area, and now coming up Friday night with Scranton. With the athletic quarterback, more than ever, you got to stay disciplined and stay in your lanes. Talk about the discipline you have to show you, because one play where you become undisciplined, that gives the quarterback the edge to go and maybe make a big play.
I really learned that hard against Williamsport when I gave up a big play, but you always have to attack that outside shoulder, and one big play just could be the game.
Now, we had Max on last week, and we asked him, whether it become in film study or once you get into the game, that you start to see tendencies with the offensive linemen that you're matched up with. Just talk about how you may try to set them up for maybe something later where you can put their tendencies against them and maybe make a big play yourself.
I feel like during the game you can kind of learn, like, oh, he's leaning back, it's going to be a pass, or he's leaning forward, he's going to come at me. I feel like as the game goes on, it's easier to read them, and that just makes it easier to make the play.
Now, I don't know if we're allowed to say this to this point, but we understand you're one of the members of the homecoming court coming up Friday night as part of this homecoming weekend at Hazleton Area High School. Talk about the honor that is, and once you get to that homecoming game, you start to realize as a senior that your high school career is starting to come to an end as far as a football player. Talk about some of the emotions that you're feeling as you're getting set for the final 2 home games.
I just feel grateful that I've been able to play for this program for the past 3 years. I've started since I was a sophomore, and I've played ever since. It's kind of sad that it's coming to an end, but I'm happy with what I've accomplished.
And you've still got more to accomplish. You've still got some work to do, and we talked about with Coach, you really can't afford to be looking at the scoreboard. You could do that at the end of the night, but really what it is right now is take care of your own business, and just talk about how you and the rest of your seniors are representing that to the rest of the team.
Well, we're looking to end the season on last 3 wins. Not looking to have a 1-win season. It's just embarrassing. We've worked too hard and we've put too much work in just to have this as our outcome.
Well, you've put in a lot of work and you've put on a lot of work and coming on here and having to deal with us. So thanks a lot for joining us, Bryce. Congratulations on a great career at Hazelton area with much more work to do, and good luck to final 3 regular season games.
Thank you.
We'll be back to talk about the Scranton Knights and homecoming weekend as Sports Talk concludes right after this.
Life is full of partners. Your health deserves a partner too.
BLB Auto Sales, a division of Bar Bush Automotive. BLB has deals that can't be beat. They carry trucks, vans, SUVs, sedans, and sports cars, and all at the lowest prices. Bar Bush Automotive can handle all vehicle repairs since they do it all. Check out their specials: oil change and filter, just $19.95. Alignment, $49.95. Professional and good people. Call 570-454-7571. Bonanza Steakhouse, 574 Susquehanna Boulevard in Hazel Township, has an unbeatable buffet filled with something for everyone. Our menu includes the finest flame-grilled steaks, barbecue ribs, chicken, seafood, or sandwiches. You can add the buffet to any entree for a little more. Bonanza features daily specials. Join us Saturday and Sunday for our breakfast buffet that includes our famous omelet and egg station, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Tri-County has been keeping your office up to speed since 1969. Everything your office needs: office supplies, personal and custom business forms, business cards, office furniture, new and used office equipment, copy, print, and scan solutions with wide format capabilities. Leasing is also available, free off-street parking, and free local delivery. Tri-County Business Machines, 117 East Broad Street in Hazelton, 570-459-0754. Family owned and operated since 1969.
Experience the beauty of the Valley Country Club and let them sponsor you for your next event. Toss the flowers and dance the night away with their course as your backdrop. Let Valley Country Club host your next special occasion, whether it's a bridal or baby shower, anniversary, celebration of life, pool party, charity fundraiser, business meeting, golf outing, corporate, private, or social event.
Welcome back to Sports Talk here on WYLN. And coaches, we conclude. We're talking about a busy week, homecoming weekend, as the Scranton Knights come in, one of your final 2 home games coming up before you finish on the road. Scranton, you're going to catch them on a very short week. We'll just call it extenuating circumstances and leave it at that. Short week for them, but because they played on Sunday, made your preparation a little bit difficult because there was no film from their last game until late Sunday night.
There wasn't. We were able to see film from last week's game, but not this past week's game until very late. We had a chance to see him in person, though, which is good. I actually had an opportunity to see him twice this year. I saw him play up at Abington Heights a few Saturdays ago, and I did see him play up at Scranton Memorial this weekend. They're a nice football team. They've won 5 games in a row. They're a very athletic quarterback. Defensively, 2 big defensive tackles. Nice, solid football team. We talk about the schedule we played, and who we competed against. And here's another opportunity, playing a 5-2 football team at home on homecoming for us to hopefully make some inroads.
And we talked about it a little bit with Bryce in the last segment. It's homecoming weekend. A very exciting time for the Hazleton area student body and the high school community. But I know how you coaches are creatures of habit. It affects your scheduling. And just talk about having to adjust with a special week like this one.
It does. There's excitement. There's activities at school every single day. Lots of energy. There's the bonfire. There's the homecoming parade. There's everything leading up to the game itself. Then halftime is the homecoming festivities. And so there's a lot that happens, a lot that goes on. Some of our players are involved in the activities, which does change things. But it's great for their high school experience to be part of that stuff, and we encourage them to do just that. But hopefully, we bring a certain element of energy to the game at Harmon Geist on Friday night. They had their bell game last week against West Scranton. They had a lot of energy. It was a very physical football game. Let's hope they come in a little tired, a little fatigued, a little flat, and let's hope that we can be the team that jump on them this week and get some good defensive stops and make some more plays offensively and get that advantage early on where we can get some confidence.
And in talking with Bryce about the athletic quarterback that Scranton's going to come in with on Friday night, is the key, with as much energy and as hyped up as your team is going to be with it being homecoming weekend and a big game Friday night, to stay disciplined and stay in your lanes so that he doesn't have room to run and create big plays?
Yeah, he's as elusive as we've seen. More elusive maybe than anyone we've seen. Like Tegan Wilk is really fast and a really good football player and a really tough kid. And he gets in the clear, he's really hard to handle. And he's elusive as well. Don't misunderstand me. And same thing with the Wilkes-Barre guys, with Grease from Williamsport. This guy is probably the best combination of he's slapped together. He's very elusive. He's hemmed in many times, and he manages to get out of it somehow. So, this is a game where we really have to be disciplined with our outside guys, with Max and Bryce. Our linebackers got to cover ground. We got our secondary guys and our force players have to put people on the ground in space because they have more than one athlete. And we said they're playing with a lot of confidence. They're a very confident football team, and confident teams are dangerous teams. They didn't play the schedule week in, week out that we did, but they're a very confident football team, having won 5 in a row.
And you mentioned the 2 defensive tackles. When you have the football, what other things concern you about their defense?
Well, they have 2 big defensive tackles. I'm talking 325 and 290 plus, and they're very good. They also have a long defensive end at 6'3", 220. All veteran guys, all seniors, which makes them very good. They have a linebacker defensive end combination. I believe they're twins. They're both seniors. Very physical players, especially the linebacker. Their secondary's athletic across the board, so they're solid everywhere. They don't have very many weaknesses. They just held West Scranton to a touchdown. They held Abington Heights to a touchdown. I witnessed those 2 in person, and they're a very good football team. I think they're the best football team that I've seen since the McCarthy days.
We've got about 30 seconds to 45 seconds till credits. What is going to be the key to coming away with a homecoming victory?
No big plays defensively, or minimize big plays defensively. We've been very good at times against the run, but then we manage to have 3, 4, 5 guys do something wrong in one particular play and they make a big play. That's got to stop, certainly. And offensively, we have to generate more in the running game, especially the running game. We got to block better. We got to run better. Our play action game is to be better. We have to throw the ball much better.
Well, Coach, best of luck, hoping for a homecoming victory.
Thank you, Marty.
And now we're going to say so long for Sports Talk. For Bryce Reed and head coach Mike Brennan, I'm Marty Burns saying so long. Join us next week as we go over the homecoming game against Scranton, a look ahead to senior night and their home finale against Wallenpaupack, and another special guest from the Cougar football team. That's all next week on Sports Talk, and it's brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network.